Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Short Track Thunder, where we once again get set to kick off an exciting night of racing action. Tonight, for the second to last round at the Southern National Motorsports Park. My name is Oliver Bull, and welcome to Green Flag TV. 3 races getting set for us on the docket. A 40-lap stock division feature, followed by a 60-lap stock truck cup feature, and then we'll be finishing it all off with the Tour Modifieds for another 60-lap race to finish out our event proceedings here tonight. We'll start things off then with the street stocks, and you can tell going into this race it is still tight as ever at the top of the boards, with Will Parrish and Eric Monaco getting set to enter this race, separated by only 2 points up at the top of the boards, and from there it's another 12 back to the likes of Nathan Orman. So it's bound to be excited to see what these 18 street stocks will be able to do for us here today, as we'll be set to get rolling off here for your 2 pace laps here around the Southern National Motorsports Park. Before too long, we will take a rundown of what your starting grid is going to be looking like here tonight, as it's Eric Monaco up on pole position ahead of Will Parrish. So already we're looking set to potentially have a swing back up at the top of the points boards as we enter the Bristol finals. Nathan Orman starts in 3rd with Chris Harvey in 4th on row number 2. You've got Michael Brown in 5th with Trevor Carr back in 6th. Chase Gaston is 7th with Mitchell Hodak in 8th. Oscar Wilder brings up 9th with LJ Toledo in 10th. Alex Benoit is in 11th with Casey Wells bringing up row number 6. Moving down to the field, you got Colin Cropley in 13th. Daniel Reagan is 14th. Justin Lorias is 15th with Jesse Gayson 16th. Patrick Olmendinger 17th. Ben Cohen rounds out the top 18 drivers here from your stock division here tonight. Once again, bound to be an interesting race with these guys, as we'll be rolling off in just a few seconds here for your 2 pace laps, and should be fun to see what these 40 laps race in action will do. Competition caution again at lap number 15 for what will be our slowest of only 3 races total here tonight, with what will be one of the shortest races in all of the short track Thunder season, where we bring out every single one of our divisions over next week to the Bristol finals to wrap it all off. Pace car leads the field down the back straightaway for the second to last time here, as we'll be going green flag racing this time by. Pace car is down and into pit road, leaving it in the hands of Eric Monaco, taking us to the green flag. And problems for Monaco as Eric Monaco hightails it into pit road. So Monaco with trouble early on. He'll cede down to the pits, and that'll be a drive-through penalty. So a restart violation for the 99 car. Sees your 1 points, he's coming back, and Will Parrish also falling down the order. So both main points drivers having some big issues here in the early jump here, as they'll both now tumble down to the tail end of the field. It's going to stack everybody up. Here comes Eric Monaco. Can he try to get back around Parrish before they leave pit road? Looks like potentially not. This has blown the championship wide open, though, as Trevor Carr leads the way down into turns 1 and 2. Orman and Harvey going to go with them as they pick up 2nd and 3rd. Behind, Oscar Wilder sits in the number 10 car with Mitchell Hodak back at the 34. Around the outside goes the 94 of Michael Brown, as a dramatic start to your stock division race here tonight, as both the top 2 runners find themselves tanked down to the very end of the scoring pylon. Harvey continuing to try to force the outside lane, getting around the rust bucket of Chase Gaston, trying to make a run on Nathan Orman down to the front straightaway. Come across the start-finish stretch. That 12 car holding strong, while Carr blitzing away up at the top end of the field. Now it's Harvey and Wilder to try to do battle with one another, As Gaston going to pull clear, and the number 10 starting to work further and further up the inside, and that 12 car starting to lose touch up to the leading group. So I have a feeling this is not going to go Harvey's way, and he's going to end up dropping back. The top lane can be powerful on a restart, but once that inside lane gets rubbered down, it becomes significantly harder to try to make moves. As you can see, now Hodak trying to work on that number 12 street stock to put him down. We are 10 down, 30 to go. Your 40-lap stock division affair. Harvey still one of only 2 side-by-side battles on the racetrack. The other one right back here with Alex Benoit and Michael Brown. They're going side by side down to the turn numbers 3 and 4. And Chase Gaston losing out to Oscar Wilder potentially, as Gaston has to work the bottom. Wilder's moved up to the top shelf. And Oscar Wilder will try to make a run now to pick up the overall final spot on the podium here as we get set to come to the conclusion of our first running here. About 2 laps time. Trevor Carr, half a second clear from Orman. They are both 2 seconds clear from Gaston. As Trevor Carr going to take 1 lap to go in the opening stage here tonight. He'll come around 3 and 4. Orman's closing, but he's not closing fast enough, and the yellow flag flies. Trevor Carr will be your race leader. He'll be the one to take us down back for the restart. So it's Carr, Orman, Gaston, Wilder, Hodak, Harvey Wells, Toledo, Brown, and Benoit. For the first 5 rows, all drivers still on the lead lap. We'll take a quick step back. You're watching Short Track Thunder on Green Flag TV from the Southern National Motorsports Park. We'll be back in just a moment.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
One lap left to go. Green Flag Racing before we once again kick things off over here in the stock division of the Southern National Motorsports Park. Both the drivers on the front row found themselves with penalties. Well, first I went green. Will it be second, first, safety to first? We go back to Green Flag Racing here as Trevor Carr hightails it away. And now we wait and see. Oh, yes, he does. Carr couldn't keep it clean. He'll come down the pit road. And that doesn't bode too well as the trend sits for now race leader Nathan Orman, who's low in off 2 down the back straightaway and low on the apron. He'll hit pit road as well. So the restart bugs seem to have plagued Southern National Motorsports Park as the top 2 again getting caught out. See if there's anything that's going to come about this for the next 2 races. As meanwhile, the 30 of Wells and Toledo in lockstep side by side while we're double filing at the high-speed pace lap deeper in the field. We are past halfway as one by one drivers start to sort themselves out. There's Will Parrish and Eric Monaco both in the mix here. They're up on the top side. They're just trying to make up ground at this point, score whatever points they can get. right on board here with the likes of Oscar Wilder while we once again refresh you on the point standings coming into today. Nathan Orm was the next closest driver, as was Trevor Carr. They've both been sent to the rear of the field. I mean, we could be in for a big fight here for that 5th position. Gaston could very easily take the points lead coming out of today, as he's just taking the race lead away from Oscar Wilder coming around off of turn 2. The pass happened here as Gaston sent it up the inside and made that one look easy in 3 and 4. Now Wilder trying to fight back around the outside line. Harvey's also in the mix. This is the potential to shake a lot of championship standings up as it sits here, as no doubt we're going to be waiting for the restarts, the restart bugs here to plague the other 2 races that we've got coming up for us tonight. The good news for these drivers is it's only a drive-through penalty, not a stop and hold, so they are able to stay on the lead lap and subsequently fight for positions. It still can't be a very nice feeling, though. Gaston as well broken clear at this point from this group of 3. Harvey breaks clear from Wilder from the bottom, and now Mitchell Hodak trying to go with him. We take 10 laps left to go. And then you've got Hodak, Wilder for 3rd and 4th. We're side by side though for 5th on back with Casey Wells and LJ Toledo. Will Parrish breaks clear. He'll sneak to the inside. Pick up a spot in the A3 car and try to put it 3 wide down to the turn numbers 3 and 4 with the 30 of Wells. Little by little, we take these laps away. They're going to all condense from the bottom lane. That allows Toledo to get a run around the top shelf. And Toledo going to hold firm, trying to fight his way around Will Parrish. Eric Monaco back in the pack here. He's trying to look for the inside of the 94. He's going to put it 3 wide on the bottom. Oh, in a bit of trouble. The 94 forced to back out as Michael Brown having a close moment in the middle of 3 wide. Chase Gaston and Chris Harvey, meanwhile, are in a side-by-side fight. Now with Harvey trying to fight the outside line as we take 5 to go. Five laps remaining from the Southern National Motorsports Park in the second to last stock division race of the season. And what a race it has been, with the potential to have a first-time winner in race number 9. Working up to the top shelf. Can Harvey pull clear in 3 and 4? Gaston still has speed on the bottom, but Harvey's better from the outside. He'll lead lap number 37. Gaston tucks back in line, trying to find a way to steam with him. Gaston looks low. Can he try to dive for the inside into turn 3? No, he can't. Gonna try for it, though. 2 to go. I think Harvey's got it at this point. He's pulled well clear by about half a car length. And he'll remain clear in the run down into turns 3 and 4. Off of turn 4. White flag up in the air for the final time. Chris Harvey still fighting on for the race lead. Gaston looks low. He's not going to be able to send it in, though. And coming off of turn 4, Chris Harvey takes his first win of the season and will win at the Southern National Motorsports Park. The fight, meanwhile, between Parrish and Monaco coming down to the wire. Monaco hangs on against Will Parrish. What a drive from these guys, and what a way to kick off our Short Track Thunder event here from the Southern National Motorsports Park. Here are your official race results at the end of a wild race, as it's going to be Chris Harvey to take the race win with Chase Gaston in second. Wilder was third, Hodak fourth, Casey Wells was fifth. Eric Monaco brings up sixth place with Will Parrish in seventh. Elgin Toledo brings up eighth, Michael Brown was ninth. Alex Benoit rounds out the top 10. From there, it was Daniel Reagan, Colin Cropley, Justin Lariah, Nathan Orman, Trevor Carr, Patrick Allmendinger, Ben Cohen, and Jesse Gates. Your championship order then as we get set to swing on out to the Bristol Finals. Relatively unchanged. We're down to 1 point, though, between Parrish and Monaco. And from there, it is another 10 back to Nathan Orman. All to play for, as these guys will have one more 30-lap race in Bristol, Tennessee. Don't go away. You got the Stock Truck Cup and their 60-lap affair coming on up next on Green Flag TV. Welcome back to Southern National Motorsports Park. Well, there we go. Welcome back to the Southern National Motorsports Park, where we are about 17 laps deep into our Stock Truck Cup race as things stand. You missed the start of the race, and I do greatly apologize for that one. To kind of update on where things stand at the moment, Nathan Orman was caught with a penalty with the restarts as we saw the Stock Division race. He currently runs back in the 16th spot, though he has been steadily working his way up through this field and has been trying to see if he can pick off drivers one by one, see if he can put himself up into a good point scoring position. Meanwhile, Jack Cooper up at the front end of the field has taken the lead of this race by storm, and he's about to lap Gordon Neufeld. He's already put Chris Baskerville one lap down, so this is the second driver to go down a lap. Chisholm runs in second. This is the first side-by-side fight we've got on the racetrack. It's back between Winterbottom and Eric Monaco over for the fourth and fifth positions. So currently neither driver up in the top two in the point stand. He's having a good day so far, as Monaco's struggling to work his way up to the top five, whereas Orman just trying to break up into the top 15 as things stand. So it's been an up and down race for these drivers thus far, and they'll continue to gradually work the problems and see if they can continue to work their way out through the order. Feels like we're having to work some behind the scenes problems of our own here, but we believe everything should be well in order and sorted now, and we'll be able to get this thing back underway properly from the Southern National Motorsports Park. That 15 car of Baskerville about to go a lap down to this fight here for fourth and fifth and sixth. No, this is fourth and fifth. And that's going to again force Monaco back into the fifth position. The 35 of Mitchell O'Brien going to try to work his way through as well. He got Shelby Little powering around the outside line. We are nearly halfway home in your 60-lap Stock Truck Cup race here at the Southern National Motorsports Park. In front of the back, Veronica Benke, Ross McLeod, they're battling now for the last spot inside the top 10, coming down the turn numbers 3 and 4. Benke will easily clear him. Down the run straight away. That leaves us back to Colin Cropland and Chris Gordon. They're in a side-by-side fight at the moment as they run down to turns 1 and 2. And the DuPont 91 and the DeWalt 51. There is Nathan Orman running 15th spot. And now trying to see if he can apply the pressure with the Hodak and work his way up by the Dunder Mifflin Silverado. Or F-150, excuse me. Bottom now trying to make a move on O'Brien here as Monaco is working in by both of the fourth when they caught up to the Ranger 40 of Gordon Neufeld. The 20 truck going to work up to the top side of the Sirius XM Tundra. And he'll try to break through the run down to 3 and 4 as he just gotten there. Not quite. He'll get there though off of turn 4 down to 1 and 2. So once again, as all these Stock Truck Cup races have come down to so far, it's all about who can navigate the lap traffic best. Jack Cooper, meanwhile, clear by over a second from second place runner Stephen Colon. There's Cooper in the 36, and here's Colon way back here at the 79. Trying to work his way up with the Ryder Chisholm result. Right? They just lapped Alex Benoit. And he'll continue to gradually put one driver after another laps down. We're starting to lose a bit of time here, back to the cars behind him. See right here, actually, Cooper and Cologne. The gap coming down quite significantly as things stand. drops down to under half a second. We could have a move for the lead here before long. There is Cologne, now even the same shot. Is Cologne going to try to work his way up and around Cooper? Bernard's machine you see up in front on the outside line. Cologne's going to have to back out, though, as he's got Ryder Chisholm pressuring him on the outside, so he's got a battle for second as well. And Chisholm is starting to work on as Chris York just went a lap down to the 26. That's going to throw a wrench in the works here of this fight for second. Cooper continues to wave that flag. Austin Wheeler about to lose a spot here as Orman works his way up to 14th on the racetrack, so Orman continues to climb. Was all the way down to 22nd. He's made his way up 8 spots since then after serving a drive-through penalty to then pick his way back up to 14th. So Orman on a really, really impressive drive so far. It's not near enough to come home to take the race win, but he can still walk away with some very decent points as long as he keeps his head down and continues to work on getting around these drivers in front. But now he's being hampered by slower traffic. Stephen Cologne, Ryder Chisholm. Going to make the look around for one another. Once again, they'll fight it out for second place, but that battle's going to kind of fall back. We'll check in on Michael Brown and James Winterbottom. Just as they've gotten that fight sorted on out for 5th and 6th. Spreading things out throughout the field, the Pepsi Challenger Chevrolet still charging after the Series XM Toyota. Down here, Cynthia Stowe. Ross McLeod. And Stowe makes the move around the top side, and she'll take that Line X Ford up another place. Great pass there for Cynthia Stone, and that Toyota Tundra flies up into the 11th spot. Mitchell O'Brien and LJ Toledo going to get into a fight. Once again, it doesn't look like anything's going to come about this, as Toledo will hang on to the inside. O'Brien will have to find a long way around. Nathan Orman still trying to make the move for 14th place on Austin Wheeler. This time having to take it around the outside, going a long way around through 3 and 4, running out of time here to make it go back to 15th spot. The problem with these stock trucks is they just don't have a lot of momentum on the outside line. They're going to find this out the hard way. Shelby Little and Michael Brown going to go at it with one another, as Little again, just mentioned, hang around the outside of the DoorDash 47 Chevy Silverado. Michael Brown machine down to the bottom. Ahead, Ryder Chisholm is falling back to the 4th place driver there, Monaco, and might lose out here on a podium position. Can't get around the DeWalt machine. Orman again trying for the outside line to get around Austin Wheeler. But it's just such a rough ride. These guys are now fighting for the last spot on the lead lap as they're coming around turn 2. There is race leader Jack Cooper hot on their heels. And Orman is through, takes the spot around the outside, and Orman's back up to 14. Now, if he can catch up to Ross McLeod and Mitchell Hodag, he's got the potential to go all the way up to 12 before the end of this race, if they continue to go side by side. Only 15 cars, or I guess 50 trucks now, remain up on the lead lap. And we will once again steadily work our way through. Orman's caught up. Can Orman make the move up and go to 12th spot? Ross McLeod going to go to the bottom to try to hang on against the 42, but that 42 truck working the outside line in good fashion, and Mitchell Hodak is going to clear Ross McLeod down to turn 3. Knock, knock. Here's the Mountain Dew Silverado. Your championship runner-up at the moment, trying to get whatever points he can, while Eric Monaco tries to hang on to whatever points he can. Orman's up to 13th potentially. He's got to clear McLeod first, though. He'll pinch him in off of turn 4 and make that drive down for turn 1. He'll clear by the time they get to 2. By one, battles around the racetrack, get themselves as single file on out as the laps wind down. The race leader, John Cooper, he's got no competition as he will take 2 laps left to go. Jump on the binders down for turns 1 and 2. Now we'll come around to pick up the white flag. 1 lap left to go for race leader Jack Cooper. He's got Austin Wheeler in the way. Wheeler will not be a factor. Cologne is over a second behind. Cooper will navigate turns 3 and 4. Jack Cooper, your winner in Stock Truck Cup at the Southern National Motorsports Park. Orman trying to make the move for 12th spot as they run down into turn numbers 3 and 4 for the final time. He won't be able to get there. He'll have to settle for 13th on the racetrack. Monaco picks up a staunch 11th position. So not the race then that Nathan Orman wanted to have, as we'll look to the official race results as we leave it off with your second to last Stock Truck Cup race of the season, where it is Jack Cooper taking up the race win over Stephen Cologne. Ryder Chisholm picks up 3rd with Eric Monaco in 4th. James Winterbottom was 5th. Shelby Little is 6th. Michael Brown was 7th. Mitchell O'Brien was 8th. Elgin Toledo 9th. Cynthia Stone rounds out the top 10. Veronica Bank and Mitchell Hodak are at 11th and 12th, with Nathan Orman and Ross McLeod in 13th and 14th. Austin Wheeler brings up the top 15 as the last driver on the lead lap. For they've got Donnie Katnick, Timothy Benning, Colin Cropley, Chris York, Alex Benoit, Gordon Newfield, and Chris Baskerville, all finishing laps down in your Stock Truck Cup race here tonight. And once again, the championship order has gone through some changes, but Monaco at the top, he is pulled clear by 13 points. That's a heck of a gap that Orman will have to run down for the season finale in the Bristol Finals in Stock Truck Cup. Don't go away. You've got yourself 60 laps of Tour Modified action to wrap it up for tonight's event of Short Track Thunder. We'll be back in a few. We are back for the final 60 laps of racing action in short track thunder over here tonight from beautiful Southern National Motorsports Park, where we get set to go racing once again with the Tour Modified Division for race number 7. For what should be an absolutely barn burner of a show, and I'm telling you right now, this is going to be absolutely intense for all 60 laps of racing action. You got Mitchell Hodak up at the top of the points boards with 214 points compared to Jack Cooper, who sits only 6 points back over in that second position. It's going to be interesting to see what will happen to these two guys, as they'll be looking set to duke it out. Neither one of these drivers starting on the front row, so hopefully this time around our leading points battle will be unaffected by the restart bugs that have so far plagued us throughout the entirety of tonight's race. Starting grid looks a little something like this, with Ty Lawrence up on pole position. Just 5 thousandths of a second back is Denny Kane. Rocco Mulder brings up third with Jack Cooper over in fourth to round out row number 2. Danny Marks picks up fifth with Mitchell Hodak in sixth for row number 3. Orman and Monaco hold row 4. Mitchell Bryan and Ray Fitzpatrick hold row number 5, with Levi Menard and Mitchell Brown on row number 6. Continuing to move on down through tonight's field, you've got the likes of Joey Renshaw and Isaac Lovendar on row 7, Paul Castle and Chris Law on row 8, Elgin Toledo and Alex Benoit on row 9, Colin Cropley, Kyle Sadler on row 10, Gray Larson rounds out the rear end of your field here tonight from the Tour Modified Division. So once again, it's going to be a fun race tonight, and no doubt a race that all these drivers are going to be having to really work their way around, as everybody's going to be in tip-top shape and ready to go racing for another 60 laps. And when do you see these guys out next? It'll be only for a 50-lapper over in Bristol, Tennessee, as the final race over in the short track thunder season, and it's bound to be a fun one at that. Pace Car's going to lead them off for their first of 2 pace laps. Telling you right now, nothing's going to compare to watching these cars sling their way around this bull ring of a circuit 60 times, lapping under 15 seconds sometimes. It'll be in the hands of Ty Lawrence and Denny Kane. Expect both of these drivers to be down near the back of the field by the time they get through the opening laps. Jack Cooper, one of the main contenders for the championship at the moment. He is starting this race in 4th. Mitchell Hodak, the points leader, starts in 6th, 1 row back. Pace car is down and in. And it's time to once again take this race down to the green flag. Down to lead the opening lap of the Southern National Motorsports Park. Denny Kane sitting back there in the second position as well. Rocco Mulder down the bottom lane as well. So far, a good better start on the field. Lapping the fast lap so far, 13.98 for the race so far, as our field starts to string out around the Southern National Motorsports Park. Jack Cooper's been on the backslide so far throughout the course of this race, as has Mitchell O'Brien. They run 6th and 7th place right now, side by side, between the 1 and the 28 at the moment, as they fight it out with a points lead. Jack Cooper going to jump from high to low as he tries to lunge around for the inside of Denny Kane, as Mitchell O'Brien trying to stretch his legs and walk away with the top 5. But Cooper not about to let him get away so easily, and neither is Denny Kane, as Kane absolutely going full send off of turn 2. Look at the run that 31 car can get. Continue to run, line to stern, 2 by 2. from 5th on back. Mulder, meanwhile, putting that Ty Lawrence under fire. Mulder shoots to the inside. He'll pick up the race lead off of turn number 4. And here comes Marks. Denny Marks trying to follow through and pick up second. 10 down already, 50 to go. Rocco Mulder walking out of the lead about 4 minutes per second. Run down the front straightaway. Down to turn number 1. See Denny Marks trying to see if he can get a run down for Charge Action. Already, Marks closing the gap in. Meanwhile, this is where it's all out here deeper in the field as you've still got Hodak and Cooper going side by side for the points lead as Cooper that's Hodak that just broke clear of Jack Cooper. 7th place now. Cooper runs 8th. A 1-point separation, though. It's not going to change much as we get set to run down the Bristol Finals next week. Lap after lap, turn after turn, these drivers continue to throw it in. There's never going to be a point when it becomes too much. Hodak and O'Brien, the 2 Mitchells going side by side. Hodak going to break to 6th. Cooper trying to follow through. He'll get into the side of the number 1 car. O'Brien forced wide. Jack Cooper forcing tucked back in. Meanwhile, Joey Renshaw under heavy fire as well from Ray Fitzpatrick to the inside. While Ty Lawrence and Denny Marks race it out for second. Gene Marks and Ty Lawrence. They're going to continue to run it down in a fierce fight for second place at the moment. Rocco Mulder absolutely walking the lead out as Mulder's pulled out almost 2 seconds now in the rest of this field. In fact, now Mulder about to catch up to the back of Ray Larson to lap him. Orman to the inside of Lawrence trying to pick up second. Make that 3rd as the Red Bull machine on the move to the bottom. He'll not quite get there this time by. Still got to do some work down to 1 and 2. Danny Kane jumps to the low side, but Orman checks up. That's what's allowing this one to continue to hang on to those spots up near the front of the field. Run the laps down. We'll let you listen in to the sights and sound of this beautiful Southern National Motorsports Park in your Tour Modified division. Mitchell Hodak continuing to hold strong in the middle of the field here while Jack Cooper continues to pile on the pressure from behind. These two drivers still battling it out for that points lead, but at the moment, Hodak would still keep it. Orman again shooting for the outside line to get around Denny Kane as we run down to turns 3 and 4. Hodak on the bottom, Cooper up top. Behind that, Mitchell O'Brien, Kyle Lawrence, all in the mix. And a massive scrap from 3rd to 8th. You saw them go 3 wide a couple of times to get around Gray Larson. Well, Benoit, Law, Lovender have all joined the groupings of cars that have now gone a lap down. We keep our eyes anxiously peeled at the fight for 3rd as one wrong misstep and that can spell disaster for half the field. The thing about a small track like this, these guys are going to manage it. When you get to the speeds though that they can hit at Bristol, it'll be a different story there. And has Orman just done it there? I think he has. Yes, he did. Nathan Orman finally clears Denny Kane for 3rd. Now Orman can try to hightail it away. While Cooper, Hodak try to fight it out behind for now 4th and 5th. 5th and 6th, excuse me. Last spot in the top 5. Top shelf. Get around Hodak and he get around Kane now. Way up onto that 3rd lane. But Denny Kane just able to take the shorter line and pick up the advantage from the inside line. Kane continues to hang on for 4th. Oh, and right there, Cooper trying to chop down across the nose of Mitchell Hodak. It was nothing to it though. Down back straightaway. They continue to remain in lockstep. Cooper changes tactics, he'll jump inside, tuck in behind Kane here. He just got around Alex Benoit, I do believe, the 91, which is why they did so. And now Cooper's having to fall back, and Hodak's ready to get out in front. And it is the 91 car that's hampering our proceedings here. Oh, while deeper in the field, this is Ray Fitzpatrick fighting around it. Now for some time as well. The 06 and the 98. We're out in just as big a fight here as the guys up front have been. That's the thing about Southern National Motorsports Park, and these modifieds get such a good driver on the outside line. Obviously, that makes it super difficult to make any kind of speed up on the inside of the turns. You can see the 3 of Monaco trying to get the back Nerf bar of by Menard to maybe move the snap-off machine up in the ground. And also engine brakes. 2 of Monaco are going to continue to hang firm as they're going to get around Chris Law as well. Bikes slowly starting to die off as drivers get themselves single filed out. It only took about 48 laps to do so. We take 10 laps left to go, and still Mitchell Hodak looking set to just barely eke out his points lead on Jack Cooper as we enter the season finale in Tennessee. Dropping Kyle Sadler, meanwhile, a little fight of their own. You see Rocco Mulder has lapped all of this grouping as well. Only 14 cars remain on the lead lap. This is Castle, Cropton, Sadler, all under a blanket. Ray Larson, I believe, in the mix here as well. The number 76 car. scrap it out. They've caught Larson again. Larson's got 2 laps down now. As again, Orman forced to fight it out. He'll work to the inside. This time, though, he will be pulling Mitchell Hodak with him. Hodak trying to walk out here with every single point that he can muster. Build up that cushion as much as possible as he can. He's got a good buffer getting down to the Bristol finals. Four laps in total remaining as Eric Monaco and Ty Lawrence continue to scrap it out. What a fall for Lawrence. That 23 car started up on pole. He's dropped 9 spots. Just on pace alone. He doesn't even have the drive-through penalty to use as an excuse that the other pole sitters got. Lawrence could put it together on qualifying, but could not put it together for the race. Rocco Mulder, meanwhile, will get set to take the final lap. White flag up in the air. He is in a different zip code compared to second place runner Denny Marks. And Mulder will come home to take his second win in the Tour Modified division. Rocco Mulder wins at Southern National Motorsports Park. Down the field, here comes the rest of the pack here trying to get themselves squared away. Squared away they will become as we'll end out tonight's proceedings. What an amazing race we have had so far here tonight. Here are your official race results, where you got Rocco Mulder to take the win over Denny Mars. Nathan Orman picks up 3rd with Mitchell Hodak in 4th. Denny Kane brings up 5th. Jack Cooper's in 6th with Mitchell O'Brien in 7th. Levi Menard brings up 8th. Eric Monaco 9th. Ty Lawrence rounds out the top 10. Ray Fitzpatrick's in 11th spot with Michael Brown in 12th. Joey Renshaw was 13th with LJ Toledo, last driver in the lead lap, in 14th. Paul Castle, Colin Cropley, Kyle Sadler, Isaac Lovender, Chris Law, Alex Benoit, and Gray Larson rounding out the field of cars that finish laps down. The championship order up at the top will remain unchanged. As again, Hodak stretching up his lead to 8 points. Pretty decent buffer coming on over into Bristol, Tennessee. And that leaves us with one final race. It all comes to a head where every division will be coming on out to play at Bristol Motor Speedway. The stock division, the Pro Late models, the Super Late models, the Limited Modifieds, the Tour Modifieds, and of course, the Stock Truck Cup. For now, though, from the Southern National Motorsports Park, it is time to say farewell. My name is Will Rempel, bringing you all the coverage here tonight on Green Flag TV. Next week, we crown some champions over at the last Great Coliseum.